Luang Tamachayo Pratapyan Mahamuni, Abbot of Wat Pra Tamakaya. I seek to pursue perfections by instilling goodness in the hearts and minds of the people of the world, for them to embrace morality and to practice mental cultivation until they see the truth, and to have Tamakaya as their refuge. With this pledge, Luang Tamachayo gave his heart and soul to furthering Buddhism and bringing peace and happiness to mankind. Throughout his 44 years of monkhood, he never took a day off from his work. He set new standards for monkhood, rekindled the faith and confidence of the people, and took the Buddhist religion to a new height. Luang Tamachayo was born Chayabun Sutipon on April 22, 1944, to the family of Janyong and Juri Sutipon. He grew up in a small house on the bank of the Chao Phraya River in Singpuri, Thailand. His father was an engineer working for the Ministry of Industry, whose job required him to be relocated regularly. Chayabun often had to be put in boarding schools away from home for his schooling. Young Chayabun was eager when it came to acquiring knowledge. His interest in Buddhism began at a very young age. His favorite pastime during his teens was to hang around bookstands that lined the streets surrounding Sanam Luang, a public park of Bangkok, where books of every kind could be found. The subjects that fascinated him were Buddhism, the teachings of the Buddha, and biographies of important people. The more books he read, the more Dhamma sermons he listened to, the more he wondered, why are we born? What is the purpose of one's life? Where do we go after we die? Do heaven and hell really exist? These questions lingered in his mind, and he could not find the answers. One day, he came upon a book titled Tamakaya, written in the format of a sermon by the great abbot of Wat Phak Nam, who said, "Reading books alone is not enough to gain the perfect knowledge of Dhamma. One has to put Dhamma into practice until the truth is revealed to him." He later found an article in Vipassana Banturng Sarn, a publication on meditation, which was about a nun named Kunyai Chan, a disciple of Luang Por Wat Phak Nam, who possessed extraordinary meditative power. Fascinated by her story, Chayabun determined to seek her out and learn meditation from her. Chayabun finally met Kunyai at Wat Phak Nam in 1963. He was then a freshman at Kasetsart University. Kunyai agreed to accept him as her student. Through Kunyai, Chayabun finally found the answers to the questions that had lingered in his mind for a long time. Yes, heaven and hell do exist, Kunyai told him. She explained, reaching high-level meditative attainment allows one to possess special abilities to do wondrous things, such as reading another person's thought, seeing into the past or the future, recalling one's past lives, or traversing to afterlife realms. Chayabun also learned that the true purpose of one's life was to pursue perfections and to attain nibbana. This was a turning point in Chayabun's life. He began to practice meditation diligently. Every morning, he would leave his dorm at 6 a.m. and spend 2 hours on 3 different buses to reach Kunyai's place in order to practice meditation with her. After school, he would do the same and would not return to his dorm until 10 p.m. Oftentimes, he would get up in the middle of the night to meditate. Some days he would meditate as many as 12 hours. His meditation skills became so profound that Kunyai allowed him to teach others. Chayabun graduated from Kasetsart University in 1969 with a bachelor's degree in economics. He took the saffron robe to become a Buddhist monk at Wat Pak Nam on August 27, 1969, whereupon he was given a monastic name, Tamachayo, which means victory through Tama. Upon Chayabun's ordination, Kunyai felt it was time to build a temple so she and her team could have their own place to teach and practice meditation and to propagate Buddhism. Unfortunately, all Kunyai had in her possession was her own meager savings of 3,200 baht, $160 in 1970. The team thought the idea was an impossible dream, but Kunyai, with her faith and confidence in the power of merit, told the team that the power of their collective virtue and merit would lead them to celestial wealth and would attract benevolent people to help them accomplish their goals. Her optimism was so strong that it gave the team confidence to proceed. They imagined the ideal temple should be built on a large piece of land not far from Bangkok, with a river or creek flowing through it. After considerable scouting, they found a tract of land that fit this specification. It was a barren paddy field owned by an aristocratic lady named Lady Prayat. The team wasn't sure whether the owner was willing to part with her land, but ventured to see her anyway. The day they met with Lady Prayat happened to coincide with her birthday. It was the team's lucky day, for not only was Lady Prayat willing to part with her land, but she, in fact, was willing to donate 78 acres as her birthday merit-making gift to the future temple. This was, indeed, a miracle of celestial proportion. There was no logical reason to explain their luck other than the collective force of merit that Kunyai spoke about. Wat Pra Tamakaya, the Tamakaya Temple, was formally established on Maka Pucha Day, February 20th, 1970. The main chapel was completed in 1982. The property was later expanded to 1,000 acres in 1985. The Great Tamakaya Setiya, a dome-shaped pagoda built to last 1,000 years, was completed in 2000. It became the world's largest Buddhist monument ever built. 1 million personal Buddha images were enshrined at the Setiya, 300,000 on the exterior dome and 700,000 on the inside. Today, Wat Pra Tamakaya has grown to become the world's largest Buddhist organization with over 100 centers in 30 countries covering 6 continents. On Sundays, an average of 30,000 Buddhists come to perform meritorious activities and practice meditation at the temple. Every year, millions of people from around the world come to celebrate major religious events. During the 44 years under Luang Po's leadership, the world has witnessed some of the most astounding accomplishments any one person can achieve in one lifetime. There are more than 100 projects that Luang Po has initiated and led to completion. Here are a few examples. Establishing Tamakaya centers throughout the world. As of 2013, 80 international centers have been established in 30 countries. Initiating mass ordination programs for monks and novices. To date, hundreds of thousands of men have ordained in Thailand and overseas. Instilling in the minds of people the importance of generosity, morality, and mental cultivation. More people are now aware of the importance of virtue and merit than any time in modern history. Launching DMC, Tamakaya Media Channel, the world's first 24/7 Buddhist satellite TV channel, now seen in more than 30 countries. DMC was awarded 16 Telly Awards in 2007, the most any organization ever won in 1 year. Establishing middle way meditation retreats for foreign speakers. Thousands of people from around the world have participated. Organizing annual Tama quiz competitions aimed at elevating children's moral standards. More than 5 million youths participate in this program each year. Providing training programs for ethics and civic duties to teachers, students, government employees, men and women throughout Thailand. Millions participate in these programs every year. Launching Inner Dream Kindergarten TV programs aimed at teaching morals and the law of karma to the public. These programs have become some of the most popular Tama programs in the world, watched by millions each day. Luang Pa's campaigns for social reform have motivated thousands of people to give up smoking, drinking, gambling, and other forms of vice. The campaigns were so effective that some liquor-producing factories in Thailand voluntarily shut down their operations to show support for this cause. Many restaurants and retail stores agreed to stop selling liquor and cigarettes. In response to his morality drives, several bars, nightclubs, brothels, and gambling houses voluntarily closed down their operations. The success of his campaigns has earned him a distinguished award from the UN World Health Organization. Initiating nationwide alms offering for 2 million monks throughout Thailand. Proceeds are used to relieve the suffering of monks, teachers, students, citizens, and law enforcement personnel who suffer hardships caused by Islamist insurgencies in southern Thailand. As of 2013, more than 4,300 tons of food and supplies have been donated for this cause, as well as for victims of floods and other natural disasters in Thailand, Myanmar, Japan, and the United States. Collaborating with and giving support to Buddhist organizations throughout the world. Facilitated ordination and training programs for monks and novices in Nepal, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Australia. 222 Buddha statues were gifted to Sri Lanka in 2008 and 250 to Bangladesh in 2010. Establishing research programs for scriptural studies and renovation of ancient texts. This is done in collaboration with 50 institutions and scholars around the world. Projects include translating Tipitaka into English and Sinhalese and digitizing Buddhist scriptures of all traditions. Luang Pa's success in these programs has earned him numerous prestigious awards from organizations throughout the world. Wat Phra Dhammakaya is recognized by the United Nations as a member of the NGO, non-government organization, and occupies a seat in the UN. Unlike many leaders of the world who conquer thousands and millions through battles, Luang Pa Dhammachayo conquers the hearts and minds of millions through Dhamma and the practice of good deeds. We hope one day his vision of world peace through inner peace is embraced by all.